Hey guys, wanted to shoot a video before I get my day going today. This particular video is going to be dedicated to a Christian metal haul, sorta. It's about a little over half dozen CDs. Girder Music that ran a sale a couple weeks ago. And most of these CDs I got for less than $5. I think I paid generally around $3 or $4 for each CD, and it was some. There were some CDs in here I really wanted, so I was very pleased with it. I even took a chance on a few, and so far I've been very pleased. So let me jump into this. The first CD that I want to show is a band called Arnion. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Arnion. Arnion. The album is called Fell Like Rain. Kind of got a pretty intense cover there with the skeleton in the middle. This album is a thrash album. In fact, I saved the hype sticker so I could read it to you. Explosive Brazilian speed thrash metal for fans of Creator, Austrian Death Machine, Tourniquet, and Exodus. Now, I'm not, of course, it's no secret I'm kind of behind the curve when it comes to mainstream metal. The only band I've heard out there is the Christian thrash band Tourniquet, which is one of my favorite bands. But anyway, yesterday I was in the office, and my office doing paperwork, and my office does not have great AC. So it gets warm and stuffy, and I get tired, and nodding and doing paperwork doesn't help. So I had this ripped to my phone, and I played it, and I really like this album. Let's see, not much to show. Well, kind of what the CD looks like, and it has behind the CD. Oh, that's just retroactive. It has some pictures of some other retroactive CDs. It's a 2009 recording, of course, on retroactive. The band on the back. But every time I thought about it while I was listening to the album, I thought, wow, this is some pretty good stuff. So that's Arnion, Fall Like Rain. Very good album. This next album I've had a download of for several years, so that's why I haven't popped it out of the plastic yet. It's Titanic, Screaming in Silence. It's a project kind of headed, I guess, by Bill Minchin, the guitarist. Great guitarist with Robert Sweet, the drummer for Striper. It's good stuff. This was on Retroactive Records, and it was, I can't remember what year, and I don't see it right off the front. Well, it was originally released in 2002, and this is the 2010 remaster. So that's Titanic, Screaming in Silence. The next album is okay. It's White Cross Unveiled. Excuse me. I love White Cross. Not one of their greatest albums. It's alright. Rex Carroll isn't on it. That's one of the big problems. But Scott Wenzel's still there, and you know, because Whiteheart's one of the big Christian metal bands, one of my favorites too. That's why I wanted it for the collection. I'll listen to it. I'll give it a shot and try to accept it for what it is. It's just hard to call it White Cross when Rex Carroll's not in the band. The next album I'm very excited to have, and it too is White Cross. It's the Gold Edition, 1987. It's the reissue of their debut album. It's kind of not a digipack, but just a cardboard sleeve. Of course, there's Rex and Scott Wenzel. Very excited about having this CD. It's a classic album. One of the great Christian metal albums from one of the great bands. The next CD I've looked at forever and a day. This is a reissue as well. It's Sin Dizzy. He's Not Dead. Sin Dizzy is, I guess why I wanted this one is because Sin Dizzy was a band that was led by Oz Fox of Stryper. He did the guitars and lead vocals, and Tim Gaines, who was a bass player for Stryper, plays on this project as well. Just kind of a plain back. That's what the inside looks like. This I have not really listened to yet. I need to. Of course, Oz Fox being a brilliant guitarist, and I hear he's an underrated vocalist as well. Of course, the next album, I was very happy to find this because I paid like $4, I think, for it, and I think this album has gone out of print, or this CD has gone out of print, and it's running a lot higher these days, much more than 4. So I was stoked to get it. Stryper, The Rock's Regime demo. Haven't heard it, so I hope to spin this real soon. But I think this leaves me one Stryper CD from having all of their CDs, and I think that's the one I need is the live at the Whiskey. Yeah, I think it's a CD DVD combo. Why I haven't picked it up, I'm not sure. I need to get on it. And then I have one more disc to show you. This was a great surprise. I got it for, it was $5 or less. I just was surprised because it's autographed. It's the Altar Boys classic album, Gut Level Music. This is one of the great Christian rock albums in history. I mean, it is brilliant. It's certainly the greatest punk album to come out of Christian music. But it is autographed, and kind of cool. There's pictures of the band. This is a reissue CD. It was reissued by Girder Records, and which is, I guess, how they got copies that were signed. It says here on the back, even, for fans of the Ramones, the Clash, the Replacements, Undercover, and 77s, both the music and the message of the Altar Boys album, Gut Level Music, is a force to be reckoned with. Like the gospel itself, GLM is simple, stands on its own, and wants to let you know that in the end, life does begin at the cross. And man, what great albums are on this. Now, they don't have a whole lot of albums. Most everything they've done has been outstanding, but to me, this is their masterpiece, with songs like You Are Loved, GLM, Gut Level Music. I'm not talking about religion. I Question It. Life Begins at the Cross. There Is a Love. Oh man, just great songs all over this album. Very cool, and what a great surprise. So folks at Girder Music, if you see this video, thank you. And that was that little pile of CDs. Not a lot. I think, 7 CDs, but man, good stuff. Tonight, I'm planning on going to an event. Hope to have some stuff to share with you about that as well. It'll be more wrestling related. Tonight at the Davis Arena. I have to laugh when I say that. Davis Arena is really set up in a commercial warehouse. It's not an actual arena. I love you too, buddy. Yeah, so anyway, tonight they're having a benefit for Matt Cappotelli. Matt Cappotelli is a wrestler that he won a season of WWE's Tough Enough. And but his career got cut short because he had a brain tumor and had to retire. And just recently, they've announced that he's got a second tumor. I think the word is that part of it's inoperable as well. I do know he's had a surgery, and they're looking at treatments. Wow, what a tough thing. But I do remember watching Cappotelli when he gave his retirement speech at OVW on TV. He talked about his faith in God, and so he's got that. But as a fellow Christian, that's still scary stuff, and so he definitely needs prayers and support, and I hope to get out there and shake his hand, and there's a meet and greet at tonight before the show, and then I've heard that Al Snow will be there, and Jamin Olivencia, who is a really good wrestler. He's not, I don't know if he's very well known outside of OVW. I think he's been wrestling for Global Force Wrestling, but I'm not sure. And then he's always fun to watch. And he talked about wrestling tonight, so I'd love to see him wrestle. Trying to think of who else. Oh, Jim Cornette, the manager of the Midnight Express. He's going to be out there. A lot of big names are going to come out to support them, and I imagine there might be some surprises. So I plan on making sure my phone's charged up so I can get some good pictures and maybe do a video talking about this evening later. So anyway, well, while I'm at it, let me give a plug for these guys. This is Wrestling Podcast. at www.wrestlingpodcast.com. Here's the front side of the card. Ringside Podcast. I went the night I did my birthday celebration, the Chicken and Wrestling, at OVW. When I walked out the door, a guy handed me this card, and I've not had a chance to look this up. I keep meaning to. I think it's kind of cool that we have a podcast that apparently somebody must be based out of Louisville. I don't think they would come all the way to OVW to hand out cards, but maybe they did. I don't know. Yeah, I know very little, but I thought I'd give them a plug. So, I guess that's all I've got for now. I do plan on shooting some more real soon because I had a big weekend last weekend when I saw Brooks Giles downtown. My buddy came in and we went to a record shop, and of course I've picked up a few little things here and there, and I'm planning on showing that. I'll probably have to do a two-parter because to show in the first video I'll probably show what we picked up at the record shop we went to, and in the second video I'll probably show all the stuff that Dave brought me. Dave's so good to me. He always brings me a good stack of music. So anyway, hope you're doing well, and I'll be posting again soon. Bye.